I usually get on Instagram and hang out and cook, but I thought I'd get on YouTube because a lot of people don't have Instagram. But this is the kind of stuff I usually do on Instagram just because it's kind of an unedited, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm in the kitchen kind of a video. I've got some rice behind me. If your rice is always gummy and starchy, it's probably because you need to rinse it. I soak mine just because it gets rid of a lot of the arsenic when you soak it. Arsenic really isn't a big deal if you're not a huge rice consumer, but my husband has rice every single day. So I like to soak it as much as I can. See how foggy that water is? You want to do it until the water's pretty clear. The water's almost milky white the first couple times you do it. Over here I've got some chicken. I've just seasoned it with salt, pepper, paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, I found some chicken breast in the freezer. I'm gonna use my Power XL air fryer grill. It has 12 functions. You can do all of these things. I'm actually gonna try to cook rice in here for the first time. This appliance I've used way more than I ever anticipated that I would. If you're anything like me, you get an appliance and then you use it for like one purpose, kind of like my Instant Pot. I will deliberately look for recipes to use my Instant Pot, but I don't ever gravitate toward my Instant Pot thinking, oh, I'm gonna use that. It's just not something that I feel like I don't have as much control because you can't just open it and check the temperature of something. The food that I make in it, especially the recipes from Pressure Luck, that's a blog and a cookbook. I did a video a couple weeks back and I can link that in the description. All the recipes were delicious. But it's just like, I don't feel like I have as much freedom or control with it. So something like this, I'm loving it because I use my thermometer for everything, my kitchen thermometer. So I'm gonna throw some chicken in here in the air fryer setting, and it really, I don't go by a timer, I don't go by a temperature, I just put it in, I don't know, I'll pick 315 and I'll stick the chicken in there and randomly check it every once in a while to see if it's done. And I feel like I just have a lot more leniency with it that way. The air fryer I have is just, you know, one of those regular basket ones with the drawer, and the capacity isn't very big. So I can't do much in that. But this one I can cook a 6-pound chicken in there. It's huge, and I love the capacity of this air fryer grill. I have not grilled in it yet. So I'm just gonna cook the chicken in this first. I've got one child on the couch watching the show, and the other two are upstairs in the playroom. So I keep closing my phone and looking at the camera up there to make sure they're all right. I'm gonna cook the chicken in it first, simply because I like the flavor of the chicken to be cooked in the rice also. Spray this. This is a wet Bounty. Couldn't do that with other brands, I tell you what. Hey Bounty, where you at? I've seasoned one side. I'm gonna put that side down so that I can season all the other sides. I was talking on my Instagram saying how I should do a live sort of unedited video of a cook with me kind of thing, a lot of people are curious as to how things are going when I'm trying to cook with a bunch of little kids, and it's challenging. Right now is eerily very easy to do. I'm not really sure what is in the air, but we're just gonna be grateful for what it is. My tripod's like 12 inches tall, so here I am leaning down on the counter to talk to you. I was never very confident in the kitchen by myself. I even had to Google how much salt to put on meat just because I was so unsure. I get a lot of questions about how I know how to cook, and I don't feel like I do know how to cook because I almost always rely on a recipe. But the more I make recipes, I just open a cookbook and I make the recipe and I just follow the instructions. The more you do that, the more you're familiar with what herbs and spices go with what. And since then I've, you know, accumulated ideas and seasoning combos that I think taste nice. And so I feel more freedom in seasoning some chicken than I ever used to. Now I'm pretty confident. I've laid my chicken in there. I'm gonna put more salt and pepper on there. Some salt here. Inside this I have equal parts paprika, onion powder, and garlic powder. It's my favorite combo and I add it to almost everything. And I'm just going to season the chicken. I may put this on low, like 275. Why not? I have a hard time with chicken breast. I think it overcooks very easily and I don't really like it. I heavily prefer dark meat. All I do is twist this dial. There it is on air fry. The temperature, and then wheel it down to 275, 285, whatever, that's fine. And then 18 minutes, I don't know, let's just do it. Meanwhile, I'll probably dump out that rice water and fill it up again. This is Paula Deen's house seasoning. It's just salt, pepper, and garlic powder. I have here an entire list of things that I'm wanting to make and things that I've made already. And I think I'm gonna try these jelly donuts right now. I've got a stack of cookbooks that I've pulled out. I'm pretty sure it's in this one, page 143. While I'm waiting for the chicken. Do I have all that stuff? Active dry yeast. La 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 la. I sure do. Let's make some jelly donuts. Why are you cold? You gonna go upstairs with the kids? Oh, your hands are hot. Not yet. You want to help me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that for cooking too?
Yes.
Oh, can I taste that?
Oh, that tastes very bad right now, but it's gonna taste really good in just a minute. You want to pour this in?
Yep. Add some mixtures. Just pour in. Was it just a jug to stir in?
You feel something wet, you feel like it's Jail's drool.
Yes. That's a yolk.
The yellow part is the yolk.
Yellow part?
That's called the egg white. The only bowl I've got clean is my Rachel Ray garbage bowl. So that's what I'm gonna use.
Wait, how can I never pick this up without...
It's kind of sticky and heavy, isn't it? There we go.
I might...
Let's see what the center of it says. Oh, those are very done. I shouldn't have left it for an entire... Wow, they're overcooked. Super. I shouldn't have left it for the entire...
What's that?
It's chicken.
Chicken?
You want some? Put it on simmer. Nah, I'll put it on saute. And I'll just kind of brown up this rice a little bit. You add about equal cups water and rice. I don't know, usually for a rice cooker. I didn't read this manual. I have these two better than bouillon things. One's garlic, one's chicken. So I'll just add a couple spoonfuls of that so that I'm technically adding garlic broth and chicken broth to the rice, not just regular water. Yep. 2. I find if you toast the rice for a little bit, it gives a better flavor. I'll add some Paula Deen's house blend. I got this tower from QVC or HSN. I think it was QVC. It's a Rachel Ray salt and pepper seasoning tower. So I just have table salt, kosher salt, and some pepper blend. I have chive from yesterday, and a kitchen that clearly needs cleaned. One thing I really love about our fridge is that you can set it to a measured fill. How many ounces is 4 cups? 32, right? And then I can just walk away. So I'll just hit dispense. I really don't even need a measuring cup for this, but isn't that super cool? And I just leave be and walk away. This is toasted enough. So I'm gonna stick my slow cooker lid on there and turn it to 2. Rice. Start. We'll see. Chicken is looking very nice. Air fried chicken is just so good. Looks like that rice is bringing itself to a boil. And then any minute now it should cut off and then simmer until the rice is done. But we'll see. I unload the bottom first. That way, if anything is dripping from the top, it's not gonna pour onto my already dry dishes. So I take everything out of the bottom, then I open the top so that if stuff spills, it's not ruining all my dry dishes. Jumped?
Yes, off the fireplace.
Kale chips are kind of hot, honey. So
What?
those chips are kind of hot.
The crunch do?
Yeah.
My favorite. Yummy. That's my favorite, that's my favorite, that's my favorite.
Oh, I'm so glad. It's been a few hours. And I've got my dough that's doubled in size. I have this cute little circular cutter kit. Start my oil. This is one of the smaller pots I have. I usually use my big old cast iron to fry, but that would take a lot of oil to fill up, and I'm okay with using a smaller pan so that I can use less oil to fry, so I don't waste so much oil. And then even if I can only fit 1 donut at a time, at this point, I may regret it later. I'm willing to sacrifice that. Gosh, that's gotta be enough. I have a bunch of stuff in my wish list on Amazon and in Pampered Chef. One of those is a dough sheet. But for now, I've only got, punch it. Do you guys have a bunch of stuff in your Amazon carts that you just kind of hang on to? So that happened one time when I lived in San Diego. I was in the military still, didn't have any kids. My husband was on deployment. and because he was in the Navy too. And he messaged me, he emailed me that he needed something. So I found it on Amazon, and they didn't have one-click purchase at the time. And I forgot that I had, I don't know, $300 worth of just cookbooks and random things in my Amazon cart, totally spaced it. So I added whatever he asked for at the time. I don't know if it was protein shake stuff or what he was doing, but I purchased it, and then I just didn't even realize, you know, I added to cart, purchased my cart, and I wasn't even paying attention to what was in my cart. And I ended up getting all these random, I was like, who's sending me this stuff? I thought my husband had logged into my Amazon and was like surprising me. I was like, I want all these things. And then I realized I accidentally bought my entire cart. I never used the wish list function or save to later. I just accumulate things in my cart and then accidentally buy them. This is something that I was sitting on the couch one evening, probably hungry, that I circled, annotated in my notes, something that I was like, yeah, I would totally make that right now. And then like several weeks have gone by, and every day that goes by, I'm just like, I definitely do not want to sit there and make donuts right now. And I don't want to make them still. I don't want to stand here and do this. I want to sit down and have lunch. But here I am. I don't know what I've gotten myself into. I'd much rather be sitting. I've been pregnant back-to-back 4 times now. And I'm 36 years old, so my body's pretty tired. I took really good care of myself between my last couple pregnancies, but this last one, I didn't. Where's the lens? It's over there, okay. I didn't, and I can feel it. I totally forgot that in my freezer I have lemon mousse and chocolate mousse. My mom brought these, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with these? So I've just been eating them out of the jar. But I think I'm gonna fill a couple donuts with some mousse. Would that be good? Kind of like, you know, Bavarian cream, except not. Oh, I'm supposed to get egg white. I have those egg whites from the dough. I'll just paint the whole surface. Right? Why not? Who cares? That should act like a glue. Nobody knows. This is my first time ever making donuts in my life ever. So here's that. Okay, this was lemon. I'm gonna fill up a couple more. I've got my one-year-old on the counter with me, so.
Is
that for me? Well, I don't need it just yet.
We got donuts.
Making donuts, yeah.
We got donuts.
Yeah.
We got donuts.
You wanna touch that? Touch this. Touch this one.
Yucky.
Yucky? You don't like to touch the dough?
It's so yucky.
It's dough's yucky? Here, let me dry your hand. I'll fill a few with jam. This is good. 10 degrees instead of 375, but yeah, that oil's really hot. These haven't even been in there for a second. Yes, I'm gonna cut it, sweetheart. So I will fill a couple with raspberry. I'm not even sure if you guys like these sorts of chatty videos. I'm very self-conscious when it comes to what? Yeah. When it comes to filming, when I edit my regular videos, I cut out all the dead air, all the extra, like if I said something that I feel like is annoying. And I cut my videos down a lot because I've made videos I've been on YouTube since 2009, actually. My other channel is Nail Art Plasma Speedo without the S, and I have neglected that channel as well. I just neglect my YouTube channel. I've had enough comments that are just like, you talk too much, or just, you know, I let it get to my head, to be honest. I'm not, I don't care genuinely what people think of me, but it's still not a nice thing to hear. You want more orange? So I have a piece of fuzz on my thumb. So I try to make my
eggs.
Funny eggs. So I try to make my videos.
What happened to fun eggs?
What happened to the funny eggs?
He's got an orange.
So that they're not annoying. And for some reason in my mind, I've got this idea that me talking.
What happened to Peppa Pig?
Peppa Pig is on your plate, sweetheart.
Peppa Pig is it.
Yeah. I've got it in my mind that me talking is annoying.
Orange.
So I've cut my
Orange.
chatty videos down quite a lot. Wow, this is not sealing very well at all. You
Orange.
want me to cut you some more orange, honey?
Orange.
Okay, baby.
Powder.
That jam is tasty. Mousse is pouring out of one of those. These were raspberry. Look at this. Look at this. This is chocolate. Let me label these. Oh, I forgot about these. Oh, look at, these ones I didn't do egg whites because I was like, why bother? And now they're totally not sealing at all. So it looks like egg whites are, the egg whites are a must. Man, there's gotta be a better way to seal these. Completely came out. Of these, they separated entirely. Jelly didn't fall out of that one just yet. These are sealed, so I guess the egg white does help. Another toddler woke up, so I was kind of... I do not like filling these. These were filled with these. I sealed this without the egg wash. So I'm just gonna run it. I'm gonna run the edges around and pinch it. See if that doesn't help. Filling these is very annoying, but it's so delicious if you do. I can imagine all of the wonderful fillings you could put inside. I don't know that I like them plain, but I am going to make a few plain just for my husband and dip them in powdered sugar. So let me count out what I've got here. I'd like to be done. I'd like to be done at this point. A little powdered sugar on the ready to sprinkle on top. You'll have to let me know if you don't mind my chatty sort of, what am I going to call this? Hang out in the kitchen with me. It's not really a food prep or anything. I'm just randomly cooking, which is what I do a lot of times. That's why I do this on Instagram, because I feel like this has no place. It's just a smorgasbord of kitchen-related footage. Doing the dishes, cleaning, making food, making donuts randomly. So I wonder if this is even something that you guys like to see. You'll have to let me know down at the bottom in the comments. Bless you. If this is even worth, you know, making a video about. I just kind of wanted to hang out on YouTube because I always hang out on Instagram. The thing about using yeast, making your dough, is that cleaning the bowl is just not fun. I'm going to go ahead and just say this needs to soak a while. And I'm going to sit here and try to edit this video. It's Monday. This is what I've done Monday. The parts that you didn't see is just me putting these babies to sleep.
Mom.
Yeah, honey.
Too scared.
You're too scared?
Mommy.
Yes, honey.
I got a spoon.
Yes, you have a spoon, and I don't know why you have a spoon. My husband was talking to me on the camera, so I left, but I'll say goodbye now. I'll try to edit this. Are you brushing my hair with a spoon? I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.